Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our work session. Today is Thursday, March 19th, and at this time we'd like to stand for the pledge. And Councilman Kern, would you lead us in the pledge? Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may have noticed that our flags are a little bit different today. We want to thank our Fire Marshal's office for taking initiative and asking and doing that and kind of bringing that to a different light. And so we're proud to present especially our American flag today with America 250, which our next event will be May 1st. We'll have impending details on our town website and social media and throughout our meetings. Does anyone else have any announcements this morning?
I actually do. If we can get that.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Next Saturday, March 28th, is the East End Emerald Society Jamesport St. Patrick's Day Parade. It kicks off at 1 o'clock on Washington Avenue, and we'll head east on Main Street through the hamlet of Jamesport. It's an exciting day. Afterwards, we will have a celebration at the Jamesport Community Center, the George Young Community Center, and everybody is welcome to come. There's no charge to come. There'll be vendors there, and it's going to be a great day. So I hope that everybody's able to come, and we're hoping that the weather's going to be as nice as it looks like it's going to be as I saw the forecast this morning. So it should be good.
Thank you very much.
Sounds great. I can't wait.
Does anyone else have it? No?
Yes, I do. I'd like to, again, remind everybody it's America 250 Years celebration this year, and Riverhead is joining in with all the celebrations all throughout the county. In particular, we are asking everyone in Riverhead if you'd like to purchase the $20 star that we love to put these all up on the town hall all over the place to show our patriotism. These are the silver are 20 and the red and blue are $10 each. We have an order form for those, and you can go to America 250 at townofriverheadnewyork.gov for an order form for those. And we also, in the front of our lobby, we have beautifully decorated the front, it's the back of the building, but that's our main entrance. And we have all the flags that you can buy, the yard flags. And you can just look up a little bit towards the second floor and see them. They're just beautiful. And that's another way to show your patriotism and your support for Riverhead. And again, we have an order form for that, America 250 order form for the yard signs on the lawn. So, and don't forget, we have the parade coming up on the 4th of July, and we also have we're not quite sure the name yet. Debbie's come up with, I think, a really good name. I like that. But it's I think the latest version may be Roaring Into 250. We're looking to do a party at the Suffolk Theater for Roaring 20s. We thought that'd be another great era or way to celebrate our nation's heritage and celebrate our anniversary. So those are some great things coming up, and that's for May 1st. Thank you, Supervisor.
Thanks, Denise.
I have to say, I love the garden flags. They look beautiful, and each flag represents the hamlet or where you are throughout the town. So there's Riverhead, there's South Jamesport, there's Wading River. Everyone is represented. So I think that there should almost be like a battle of the different parts of town to see which part of the town gets decorated red, white, and blue the most. So get your order forms in and be a part of something wonderful.
Awesome. Gentlemen, anything?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, just one last thing. Beach stickers are in. Everybody's been waiting, so get that into the rec department and get your beach sticker. We would love for that. So that just ends our announcements. We'll move right into our open session, and our first item will be matters surrounding bond refunding opportunity with Jeanette and with the company Munistat with our representatives. So if you guys want to come on down, Mike and Mike.
Good morning.
Two mics.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
This is Michael Loguercio from Munistat. He's our financial advisor. And everybody knows Michael Montella, our deputy financial administrator.
So, again, I'm Michael Garcia from Munistat Services. We help the town borrow money for your capital projects.
So,
Which we've been doing a lot less of lately.
Yes,
In terms of
yes.
debate on our grants, but go
yes.
ahead.
Well, you were doing well on you have a low debt service, so that's very good for the town, right? You have an excellent bond rating too, a AA2, so everything is looking pretty good with the town, the finances. Jeanette here does a fantastic job. So she keeps everything in order. Every time I have a question or something, she's got it.
She's amazing.
Yes. So, so part of our job is to evaluate the old debt, and similar to your mortgage, right? The rates go down to a certain amount. You say, okay, now it's time to refinance. So, two of the bonds that we were looking at were the 2018A and 2018B bonds. To take advantage of the lower rates, we wanted to see if we could refinance those. So our analysis, basically what our analysis came up with is that we have a whole thing, analysis. We didn't want to confuse anybody. It's very
Very detailed.
detailed.
Could you go through that, please?
But you want to give the total amount of approximate savings as
Yes.
of today? It
So-
can change by the time we reach.
Yeah, so approximate amount of savings is about 390,000. Okay, the 2018A is about 208, and the 2018B is like 183,000 that we could save. So it's all that those are budgetary savings. So those are the bonds go out about 7-8 years. So as you go, the average is around. Starts out around 65, something like that, 60, 70,000, and then the last 2 years, because the bonds have fallen off, you get down to 20, basically 20,000 the last 3 years that you'd be saving each year. So it is, again, our analysis is conservative at this point in time. We did our last bond. We used our last bond sale that we had, and then we added about 15 basis points throughout the whole scale of the bond, the pricing, and so that's how we came out with the 390. So at this point in time, it's a little conservative, but again, exactly as Jeanette pointed out, is that going forward, we have to, because of federal regulations, we can't do advance refundings, right? So we have to actually wait to close after September 1st. Okay, so we probably won't be pricing these bonds until like the middle of August. Okay, now exactly what Jeanette said again, right? Things can change, rates can change, right? Right now, the rates are pretty much staying pretty firm where they are. They get up and down a little bit each day, but they've been pretty good. So if we went to, we would have no problem getting the $390,000 in savings if we went out today, right? But again, what we suggest is that you pass, in order to do this, part of the process is the board would have to adopt a refunding resolution. Okay, so we would suggest that you do that as soon as possible. Just pass the resolution. It doesn't mean we have to go through with the transaction, right? So if we get to August and rates are up, we don't have to proceed with the transaction. We could, excuse me, we would just hold it off, and that would be it. All right. Sorry.
And Jeanette said that it doesn't extend our time at all.
That's correct. So it's there's no extension, no repayment. The structuring is staying the same. Again, it's just the rates went down, and that's basically what we're doing. It'd be just like your mortgage, whatever you had left, you'd be refinancing your mortgage. It's just a lower rate, and that's basically what we're doing. We're just taking advantage of the lower rates. And
What's the cost of refinancing compared to the savings?
So the cost would probably, again, we were a little conservative. We put $100,000 in for the cost. It's probably going to be closer to $80,000. So those are probably going to be the cost at that point in time.
300 with savings?
Yes, so that includes that. No, that includes everything. So that 390 includes all fees. Yes, includes all fees, everything like that. Everything is included in that. And they're also, just to let you know too, the people that are involved will have to get a Moody's rating. Okay, so some of this stuff increases the cost. You have to get a rating. We have bond counsel. We have us. We have to get an escrow agent. So what happens is, the time of the sale, all the money goes into an escrow account, and then 30 days, you have to give the bondholders 30 days notice before you could call the bonds, the old bonds. So they'll be paid off, and then we'll start with the new payment structure.
So can you lock in the rate before spending 80,000 on all the necessary things, or are we spending 80,000 and we're still during that, the rate may fluctuate?
No, you will lock in the rate at the time of the bid, okay?
You can't do early.
Right, we can't lock in the rate earlier. It's all on a competitive basis also. So there's no negotiating with the bank or underwriter or anything like that. What happens is we do an official statement. It's probably a document of about 50 pages. It has all the demographics, audits in there. Everything about the town of Riverhead is in there. We send it out to the financial community. Then on a certain day, we have a bid. And then on that bid, whoever has the lowest rate will win. Now, if the savings are not, if we don't achieve the amount of savings that the town, would like, then we could just cancel the sale, and there'd be no cost.
So you at least want to lock in those savings for what we're laying out in terms of the expenses.
Well, we won't have a cost unless we close.
Right, you won't have a cost until you close. So there'll be no cost until we actually go through with the transaction. Everybody gets paid after the transaction is complete. So,
And just so you know, these bonds unfortunately are not in the general fund, but that's because we don't have a lot of debt in the general fund, which is a good thing right now.
Say that louder, please.
I know. So most of this refunding will impact CPF. So there'll be approximately $247,000 worth of savings for CPF and about $142,000 for the water district. So it's mostly the two funds combined. Very little for the general fund. It's about $3,000 in savings for the general fund.
So the two bonds, 2018A, one is for the water district and the other one is for the CPF fund?
Primarily, it's CPF and general fund combined, but the general fund portion is so small that's left at this point that it's mostly CPF.
So if it goes down, let's just say the interest rates go down 0.25%, and it looks like that's going to hold until the end of the year, you can just lock it in there.
no, we can't lock anything in until we actually go to sale.
No, I'm what I'm saying. Okay, so explain the process. If the rates go down further,
Yes,
Oh, yeah, we'll get the benefit of that.
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can
Correct.
you can lock that in.
yes,
That's
correct.
what my question.
Yes. These are all fixed rates. Once we go to sale, it's all fixed rates. There's no variable rate here.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Great.
Any other questions? Very good. Good.
Thank you all for coming in. Good job, Mike.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Great work, thank
Thank
you.
you,
Can
everybody.
we move the water? I'm just kidding. He's in our room.
I didn't even tell him about
I
this.
see the superintendent is smiling back there, ear to ear.
Light up when you said water.
Our next open session item will be with Rich Miller and the Councilwoman WASKI, matters surrounding Polish Civic's effort to promote the Polish decor and elements of Polish Town, USA. Yes. So excited.
Good morning, Rich. Thank you so much for being here today.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's great to be here. It's nice to see everybody again. It's been a while.
Yes. So I have invited Mr. Miller in. He is here on behalf of the Polish Civic Association to discuss Polish Town. I'm really happy that you're here today because I think what you are proposing is very important to Polish Town and the integrity of our Polish community and the town. So take it away.
First of all, I want to say thank you for having us here. The board of directors are sorry they couldn't make it, but when I called Joanne and said, hey, we want to do something, she said, hold the phone, and within a week, I'm sitting in front of you guys. So scheduling issues, they couldn't be here, but they would love all to meet with you at some point in the future. What we plan on doing, we reorganized in 2024.
Is it okay if people see that?
It's a mission statement, but
never mind.
fine.
I'm sorry.
I'll just let you guys see it if you want, but and then people can see what we're about. So in 2024, we reorganized, and we set up a new mission statement, and we're a bunch of young immigrants from Poland. They're young families that want to keep Polish Town. It's something I'm passionate about because of my family being involved in Polish Town. So one of the things that we thought about doing was putting up flags. We have 21 light poles on Pulaski Street, and We were thinking we can put some kind of Polish flags up, banners up. We want to incorporate it with the veterans like we do on Main Street with the soldiers. If we can somehow have the Polish residents of Riverhead as veterans during Memorial Day, stuff like that. And the Polish culture and community have a lot of different dates and events that we could celebrate. So recently, Pulaski Day, General Pulaski was his birthday, so we could have flags or banners. We would like, during the fair, to have red and white flags going down the street. We would like to have Polish towns have their own crest and their banners, so we can do something to incorporate that. And there's other things that we want to do, but this is like the first step. And first of all, we want to know if we're allowed to do it. We would purchase the flags, we would maintain them. We just need to know if what the town requires from us, like insurance per things, if we can take them off or take them down, or, you know, what's the procedure of that. But the reason we have the Polish Town Fair is to help the Polish community downtown, to help not only Polish Town, but Riverhead. Part of our mission statement is to promote, support, and patronize local-owned Polish-American businesses and business owners. So that means in Polish Town, we want to help people start businesses. We want to help them look for stuff in Polish Town, but also in Riverhead if there's nothing available. We support our schools. We give scholarships to the Riverhead High School. The Polish school at St. John Paul's, they have a Polish school. We do a scholarship for them. And then we also support the ROTC because a lot of our members, kids are ROTC cadets. There's a lot of things that we do. And like I said, we're new, we're strong, and we're not the old group, we're the new group, and we just want to give back to our community and support our Polish culture and heritage.
Outstanding.
I love the idea. I think
And it's funny, you got flags everywhere, and that's what it's just a way to express what Polish Town was. I'm part of the history district that we're looking into. You know, Riverhead is mostly started with immigrants in the 1800s, the Polish people. The St. Isidor's Church, the Polish Hall, was the first stepping stone of developing. Like I said, my mother's side of the family immigrated and came to Riverhead and started the Polish store grocery. We own a corner of Polish Town, so we just want to continue that for our kids and my grandkids. Now I'm older now. You know, my kids are old. Not old, but they're, you know. But
Your daughter's watching this.
I know.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God.
Great.
You know, Brittany.
Well, I can tell you, as someone who has been different places, I'm sure everyone up here, when you go places, people often refer to Riverhead, and they'll say, someone will inevitably say, isn't that Polish Town, USA? And it is just a great thing. And so as we hold on to the past, lean into the future, I'm excited about this.
So it's a great project. We can work with the Veterans Advisory Committee, just so you know, has ordered brackets for those poles to be put up in the springtime. Our Hometown Hero Banner program keeps expanding, and so we are taking some of our Polish veterans, so we have like Ziggy and Tom Nijan and Paul Zinski, things like that, your dad, yeah. We'll be moving some of those over to Polish Town, specifically those that, you know, but we just have to keep in mind, before you order like the flags and so forth, they need to run on Polish Town, those light poles, the gauge, which is the thickness of those poles, are thinner than the ones that we have like on Main Street.
Okay.
So they break easily. So we just gotta have like all of the flags and so forth run like parallel to the street and not out to the street, because the box trucks get them.
Okay.
You know? But, and they have to be the stem of the flagpole, depending on how you mount it, if you're putting like, needs like to be a very soft breakaway wood.
You have something for us with specs and stuff with the
Get your stuff.
stuff like that. And not looking to push you guys, but we do have a business owner who is getting a shipment from Poland, and he's offering to donate flags and stuff for us. So if you can possibly get me any information as soon as possible, because I think a container's coming in soon. And
So it's exciting. We'll
yeah,
make
we're very excited now that we can do that, and then, like I said, we will help the business owners down there with and stuff, you know.
So we went to put flags on Main Street at one point on those poles, but it's just because of the delivery trucks.
Right, it's a
It
small
was
street.
dangerous. Then we went around and we talked to business owners and said, well, would you mount them to the actual buildings to kind of go over the sidewalks at a higher level and so forth. And some said yes, some said no, because they didn't own the building or they're renting or leasing and things like that. So we did at that one point try to write up like a release form to give to business owners, so even if they couldn't be on like the actual pole itself, they can mount it to the building and have people sign on for them to do it. So we kind of do a similar approach.
And then also we would need, because there's many different days, there's like, right after Easter is Dingus Day, so it's a big celebration of bringing in spring and celebrating that stuff. There's flags, different colors and stuff to enjoy. We just want to make it vibrant and thing. And also another thing you should also know that many of the Polish Town residents are members of the Civic Association. We have not a ton, but a lot more people from outside towns that don't have a Polish area in their town. So we have many residents from Southampton, Cudgel, all over the up west. People come out just to come to us and to celebrate Polish traditions stuff at the church, the school, and then Civic.
People buy a flag in honor of somebody, a Polish flag to display, or how do you think you'll cover the costs?
Through our fair and fundraising stuff, we just want to give back to the community. So that could be an option too. We haven't really looked into that. We were just looking that we wanted to give back to the town, and that's how we looked at it. So
That's wonderful. And you mentioned something about the Memorial Day.
well, I was looking for the veterans, but you already said that you were looking into that already about putting
Yes.
the banners on the poles in Polish Town.
Yep.
And we just hope that we can try to keep it to the Polish residents, have.
Well, what we usually do is with the Hometown Hero banners, it was a program that started, out small on Main Street, and it just kept growing.
Right.
We ran out of
Space.
we ran out of poles on Main Street, so we expanded it to Jamesport, and we put out a calling list, and we put out mailers and say, hey, if you're from Jamesport and you'd rather have your banner in Jamesport, that freed up some poles, and now we're slowly filling up the poles in Jamesport, but we do have more banners that have been ordered this year, so Edel Sign makes them for us to do a phenomenal job.
Oh, yeah.
It's a program that just keeps growing and growing every year, so now, this Memorial Day, you'll see we're on Roanoke, we're on all Heidi Bear Way, we've gone on all all the side streets and so forth. It just keeps expanding. So that's one of the things that we talked to Ken Tester about but we had to get special brackets, which I believe he ordered for Polish Town for those light poles because they're a different size and a different, but we'll get them on there.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
hopefully when we get the streetscapes grant for Wading River,
Yeah.
put the poles up there.
We are putting some down by Wading River, the duck ponds as well. Yep. So we did get agreement from PSEG to put some on the telephone poles down there because we don't have light poles yet, but we're getting light poles.
Yes, we are.
It is fantastic. Anytime we re-energize an area and bring pride back to it, it helps everything in the community, it helps everyone. And, we could use that right now after a long winter, right?
Yes.
Bring some spirits up, so
Yeah,
so
bring some
thank you.
color
Thanks,
to-
for,
all right.
thanks, Joanne, for
And
bringing this.
just to update everybody on I've spoken in the past with Richard Wines about having Polish Town be on recognized on the historic registry. So we've had several members of the community reach out. Rich Miller is one of them. We met last week just as our first very small kickoff meeting. We'll be having another meeting in the next couple of weeks with the rest of the community that has expressed interest in being a part of putting this all together. It's a lot of legwork. It's taking photos of every single house in Polish Town and writing a brief, historical note about it. So I appreciate that you're a part of that, and for the other members of the community that have reached out.
We're already started. I got my family members writing stuff.
Oh, wow.
I have a great grandson of who helped build the church in the Polish Hall. He's giving me fun pictures and history that he knows from generations of talk. So yeah, we got things going on with that. We're very excited. The Civic Association, our members are all in. They'll help whatever way they can, especially, they all live down in that area, so they can do a lot of the leg work. That's pretty much it, I think.
Something I'm very proud of because, my family, my husband's family is Polish Town, and, that's his grandchildren.
And
my
the
children.
Civic would like to invite you guys. We have our meetings every second Wednesday. Come down and see what we're about. And anybody who's listening can come down and join. We're always looking for people to, join our group and learn about our Polish culture.
What time are your meetings?
They start at 7 o'clock.
So, as you said, anybody can come, so why don't you announce that again so people watching can know where they can get
If they want to learn about the Polish Town Civic Association and the things that we want to do in Polish Town, we have our monthly meeting on every second Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. Come on down. If you come in, see what we're about, and if you want, you can join.
Give them the address.
300 Lincoln Street in Riverhead.
Thank you very much. Absolutely awesome.
Rich, thank you so much.
Thank you for doing this. And I'll be in contact with that for the information on the flags and stuff.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. So we actually had a last-minute amendment to our open session this morning. We felt like this needed to come about, just learned about it early this morning. Matters surrounding a code enforcement investigation with our Deputy Town Attorney, Victoria Pilo. If you would be so kind as to help us out and come on down here. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, so early this morning, the town executed a court-authorized search warrant at a residential property. It was part of an ongoing enforcement investigation. This kind of came to a head during a ZBA meeting, to which our office identified some irregularities during that meeting. So we coordinated with code enforcement and PD. I put together an application that included some affidavits from various members of the town to establish the probable cause. That search warrant was signed by the judge, and it was executed this morning. It's very new, so I have very limited information. I have yet to look over the photos and all of the evidence that was brought in this morning, but what I can tell you is that what we thought was going on there and what we established with probable cause to enter the residence with the search warrant, they ended up finding 5 illegal apartments and a severely overcrowded house. So from there, this property was in justice court. They were supposed to live up to a conditional discharge, which included using that house as a single family and not to rent the house out without getting a rental permit. That conditional discharge is not special in any way. It literally just asked them to follow the law, and they clearly didn't. So we're going to explore some further litigation and enforcement on this based on what we found this morning.
Thank you.
Work.
That's great.
Thank you very much.
So
Excellent.
if I get any more information, I'll bring it forward.
We appreciate letting the public know and letting us know, and great work by all the departments that were involved, and thanks for coming to us right away.
I actually would like to sit down with you. I have been speaking with the building department. I spoke with the assessors the other day. We have to find a way to stop this overcrowded housing. I'm up to here with it. Cars parked on the lawn. I don't know exactly how to further enforce what's been going on, but we have to find a way to solve it because it's out of control. And I do not want this in our town any longer. So thank you to everybody involved this morning with moving forward and taking care of this particular situation, but there's so many others out there and we have to do something.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You just help people stay safe. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks.
Thanks, Victoria. Great job, as always.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone involved, thank you for our entire legal team and everyone. So we're going to move into our executive session. Our executive session matters this morning are personnel matters surrounding possible change in the status of employees with MANCINI, PRUDENTI, and STRIPLIN-TIO. We have litigation matters surrounding ongoing litigation between the town of Riverhead and Tink with Councilor Howard, and matters surrounding litigation between the town of Riverhead and SCWA with our town attorney Howard again. And so at this time, I'd like to ask for an adjournment, if I may have a motion.
So moved.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.